I'm a little lost right now. I'm in the middle of searching for a new job, and that means my days don't look like they used to. I don't have the same hours of work and obligations that I once did, and so I've had to create a routine and structure for myself. Routines give us something to anchor our days, and in times of change or uncertainty, this feels even more important. If you're navigating something new and scary, maybe a job hunt, becoming a parent, moving to a different city, or ending a relationship, wherever you are, whoever you are, I hope that you can find some comfort here. A few small ways you can anchor your day if you're feeling lost too. Things you can do to feel your best and make the most of where you are right now. This is my recipe for a good day. Exercise is such an important part of my life. I have been consistently working out now for, it must be like 6 years, and I've never had a better relationship with my body, and I'll say that the benefits though to my mental health are the reason why I keep going and keep pushing myself, because as an anxious girl, I find it helps so much. There was a time when I was younger where I really was just exercising to try and look a certain way, and I was very controlling and very rigid with it and very obsessive, and it wasn't particularly fun and enjoyable. But after graduating from uni, I started experimenting with just moving in a way that felt good and that made me happy, and picked up bar and Pilates, and that's how I got back into exercise again, was through those things. And then I started challenging myself a bit more and lifting weights, and really fell in love with strength training as well, and so that's become such an important part of my routine. So I really like a mixture of both things now. I try to work out kind of 4 days a week. I feel like that works quite well for me, and then doing like a mixture of strength and Pilates workouts. So it's just the thing that gets me out of my head and into my body, and it just has changed the game for me. Today on the cards is a strength workout. I love Lindsay of Nourish Move Love on YouTube. She has such great strength workouts. They are quick, but they always work really well, and they're challenging, and I love all the variety that she has, so I really love following hers. And so today I'm going to do one of hers from her Build program. It's one I think that she released maybe a couple of years ago, and it's really hard really hard, but they're like quick workouts, but they are really challenging. So I think today's one is a cardio abs combo type one. So yeah, I'm gonna do that.
now that I am sufficiently sweaty and gross, it's time to have a shower and get ready for the day and get dressed and feel good. At the moment, because I'm unemployed, looking for work, it would be really easy, I think, for me to just stay in my pajamas or, you know, stay in my active wear or put on like loungy kind of clothes, but I feel like a huge key to feeling better and productive and good about yourself and confident is actually putting some effort into your appearance and the way that you are dressing and like making an effort there. That certainly is the case for me, and so I, despite, you know, the fact that I'm not necessarily going to be seeing anyone or there's no real like need to get dressed up, it just makes me feel so much better. And I really do notice on the days where I make that effort how much better I feel about the day. So that's been a huge priority for me and has helped make me feel sane while, yeah, just creating some sort of sense of routine and normalcy in a bit of an uncertain time. So yeah, I'm going to find something to wear and have a shower, put on some makeup, feel fresh and like the best version of myself.
Free flowing, sailing with the wind, not knowing how this story ends. Kind and brave, I know you'll find a way. Live your truth and good will come to you. Home, sweet home. Home, sweet home.
Okay, here's today's look. I have a tank top that I love from AS Color. I want one of these in every single color, they're so good. And then these pants I've had for ages, they're from Kilt. I love these, they're so good for this time of year. They're like kind of light and flowy. And then these sandals that are my absolute favorites. These ones are rolly sandals, they're so cute and I love how they look with this. And then I went for a bit of a like slick back, half up, half down kind of look for my hair. Yes, it really needs a wash, and yes, it really needs a cut because it's doing that annoying like flicky thing at the bottom. And I do have a haircut booked in for later this week, so that's gonna get fixed soon. But in the meantime, here we are. I mean, I don't know, I don't know if I kind of hate this but you know, it's too short for the slick back bun kind of thing. Even though I would love to be able to do that, the bottom bit would just slide out, so I can't really do a bun. It would just be like spiky. So we're at this awkward length and we're doing the best we can. The next key part is to get out of the house. If you work from home, then you know that after a while you start to go stir crazy, start to feel insane when you're always at home. And so I always find that planning some sort of outing every day is key to just feeling normal and good. So I always like to try and have some sort of errand or outing planned, even if it's like really small. Even if I could combine all of these and do them in one day instead of splitting them up, I find that I just feel my best when I'm not here 24/7. So today's outing is picking up groceries. We have a online grocery order that we need to go click and collect. So I've got to go do that. In fact, I'm running late for that, so we had better get in the car and go and get those groceries. But we're going to put on a little podcast or a audiobook.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am whole again? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all, I had a feeling but the feeling is all gone.
I've got the groceries put away. I stopped and had some lunch for a bit and just relaxed. And now we are going to get into the grind of the day. So I've been tackling some sort of like admin, whether it's like life admin or work admin type things in the afternoon. So for me today that looks like checking for jobs. I also saw a job earlier that I want to potentially apply for, so I want to have a look at the company, research a little bit more around that, see what they're all about. I also am working at the moment on just refreshing and upskilling a little bit as well, so taking a few online courses and just making sure that I'm as up to date and keeping in touch with the industry news, trends, etc., so I don't fall out of that habit. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I've got my coffee and we're gonna crack on. Today. I am feeling pretty good about that. My brain's feeling a little bit mushy and I feel like I can't keep staring at my computer, which brings us to the next part of my recipe for a fabulous day, and that is working on some sort of hobby, something that just fills you up and brings you joy, something that you can pull your energy into that's fun. And for me, I am a bit of a hobby collector, so this looks different depending on the day. Some days it's scrapbooking, some days it's embroidery, reading, baking, and today it's going to be sewing. I bought this jumpsuit. I bought this really cute jumpsuit from the op shop. Let me just flip it right way around. This really cute jumpsuit. Actually, I can't really show it to you in one go, but here she is. But the zipper was completely busted in the back, so I unpicked it all, took the zip out and bought a new zip, and now I need to sew this zip in to make the jumpsuit functional again. Which is a little bit scary. It's not something I've actually done before, but I was a little bit nervous. But once now that I've unpicked it, I can see how it was put together, and I feel a little bit more confident that I can sew in the new zipper, but it's just not something I've done before, so it feels scary. But I have lots of practice with zips because I just sewed those 3 cushions I showed you recently, and all of them had zips in them, and so I feel like quite well versed in sewing zips. So I feel like I should be able to tackle it pretty easily. But that's my little hobby project for today. I don't know how far I'm going to get, but make a bit of a start on this and I'll show you how I go. Reached the end of the day and I made some dinner, and then we just watched a show on the couch. We're watching The Day of the Jackal at the moment, which is such a good show. Highly recommend that one if you haven't seen that before. Bit of a like thriller, like cat and mouse between a sniper and a MI6 agent. Really enjoying that. And then I've just come upstairs to get ready for bed. So time for some nighttime skincare, a little bit of journaling. I'm trying to keep up a practice of gratitude journaling each day, so just like writing down 1 or 2 things that made me happy, and I've been doing quite a good job at keeping that up, so I feel like it's really such a nice practice to end the day on. And then I'm gonna get into bed and read my book. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I hope that you can take pieces of this and incorporate it into your day, whether you're like me in a season of uncertainty and change and having to really create my own routines, or maybe you work from home or are a mum or something like that and just are looking for ways to create some routine, create some good in your day, and maybe get out of a rut or just change things up. And I hope that this is helpful. Thanks for spending the day with me, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Bye.